Business Live today.
Many thanks for staying. Welcome back. Now, labor consultant Austin Game says although there are huge costs associated with the economy as a result of the many public holidays within the year, little can be done to reverse the challenge. Speaking to Joy Business in an interview, Austin Game explained the effects of having so many public holidays on productivity. He described it as a political suicide and any attempt by government to get rid of the existing holidays from the annual calendar.
I think that definitely we have a number of holidays that we have to find ways and means of reaching some compromise, as a nation. The fact is that Ghana as a nation, Saturdays and Sundays are virtually non-working days, and that is acceptable to all of us. For that reason, that's the reason why when a holiday should fall on, let's say, a Friday, we are compelled as a people to extend it to Monday. I think that's the area where we can have the compromise. But to the number of holidays, because of the significance of the holidays themselves, there will be no way politically to be suicidal for any government to sort of say we are reducing one of them to another number. It may not work. And so we should even stop dreaming about it. What we can do is to reach compromise for obvious reasons, talking about productivity, and the fact is that the market will not wait for us because we are not extremely matured economy. I use the word extremely because we claim we are to a large extent as middle-level income people. But I think that where we've gotten to is about time we should reach some compromises among the three social partners, government, employees, and labor, to sort of, make some adjustment in the event that any of the holidays should fall on, a Friday. Let's take it. Saturday, let's take it, and let's just go forward, enjoy ourselves, and get back to work.
Senior Minister Yao Safo-Mafo has noted the country's current engagement with China is being done in a way to ensure that it is beneficial to all two parties. Some economists have criticized Ghana's over its current close ties with China because of its current track record in Africa and other countries in Asia. But speaking in an interview in China recently after leading government delegation to Jire Group headquartered in Yantai, the senior minister said a lot has been done to improve the relationship.
China has the technology. China has the market, and at the moment we have a very good relationship. China is the largest trading partner of Ghana today. As much as $6 billion amount of trade is between China and Ghana, and therefore the relationship is very good. It's higher than in America, it's higher than with Europe, and we think that the future is bright because China has gone through a developmental cycle which is similar to ours. By 1970, China was not developed, but today, about half a century, China is a world power and the second biggest economy of the world. And so we think that we can learn a lot from China, and we believe that China can also teach us a lot. And we coming from Africa is also very important to China because Africa is the future market. So if China is able to do very well in Ghana, it will be a signal to the rest of Africa that China is a good partner.
Now do some petroleum story. And the Institute of Energy Security, IES, says key determinants of fuel pricing are favoring a slight drop in the first pricing window for the month of July. The IES says international prices for both crude oil and refined products have dropped by a decent figure, while the Ghana cedi depreciated marginally and fuel stock levels in the country also remain high. We have the research officer, the principal research officer of the IES, on the line now to tell us more about this current development. He is the person of Richmond Roxon. Richmond, good evening, welcome.
Good evening, thank you. How are you doing?
Now, how favorable are these key determinants that you're talking about to this particular pricing window?
Good evening to your viewers as well. When you look at crude oil price, as you rightly mentioned, it dropped over the period from an average of $48.87 per barrel to an average of about $46.52 dollars per barrel. That represents about 4.79%. When you look at the Platts benchmark that we use, as we mentioned, for both gasoline and gas oil, it fell from 522.74% to $490.55, representing about 6.1%. Gas oil also fell from $424 to about $418 per metric ton. Like you mentioned, the CD depreciated, but it wasn't significant enough. It was less than 1% from a previous average of 4 cedis, 32 pesos per dollar, 32 pesos to 4 cedis, 36 pesos in this particular pricing window. Inventory is also okay. It can take us to about 4 weeks of national demand. Putting all this together, that's how come we projected that we expect prices to drop in this window by about 1.52%.
Now, Richmond, so what has changed between now and the previous pricing window? That's the second pricing window of June.
What has changed is that the price on the oil market, that is the international oil market, continues to fall. We know that even though OPEC had a decision to up production by about 1.8 million barrels, we still realize that from U.S., that's the shale production and other non-OPEC members, production continues to increase by the day, which is mitigating the effects that we would have seen if OPEC was the only body that was producing oil. That's one of the significant changes that has happened, which is causing prices to come down on the world market.
Now, we also know that the National Petroleum Authority, or the NPA, will implement the required specifications for gasoline and also gas oil and kerosene and other products. Certainly, this is going to impact on prices. To what extent should it affect pricing?
For us, we think that it's going to affect prices in the region of about 2%. Reducing the ppm from 3,000 ppm to 50 ppm means you're getting better quality of fuel in our cars, and our industries are also going to use better fuels in the machines that we have. What it means is that we should be prepared to pay more once the quality is better. Pricing is also going to go up, and we project that it will be around 2%. The MPA announced this on the 5th of May 2017 that was going to take effect from 1st of July. What it means is that as we speak, anybody importing finished products should bring fuels at 50 ppm and nothing more than that. Anything less than that, below that standard, means that your fuels cannot come on the market.
Right, so you're saying that it will increase the fuel prices by 2%?
Yes.
Now, does it mean that this...
Per liter.
Okay. Now, does it mean that this 2% would be, standard throughout subsequent pricing windows, or is just for this window alone?
No, I mean, for this particular window, we are monitoring if it's going to affect, because, like we mentioned, it's supposed to take effect 1st of July, and we don't think that there's any vessel that is in or that was brought in before that had 50 ppm. What it means is that from 1st of July, every vessel that is coming in, so we are expecting that this particular window, it might not affect them, unless, of course, the BDCs and the OMCs together with the regulator decide, because they are going to be paying more subsequently. They wanted to start this, otherwise, all things being equal, we expect that the reduction will be made.
All right. So finally, what do we expect? Any projections for the second pricing window of July?
It's 3 days yet. The second pricing window. One of the things that we want to call on government to do is that for 4 consecutive windows, I am emphasizing, the CD has depreciated, and it's affected the margins that we have made. For instance, this window, even though it wasn't significant enough, I'm sure that the reduction that we would have had would have been more, a little more than what we are having now. So we're expecting the government to stabilize the CD and even see that the CD will appreciate this current window, so that the next one will see significant impact, especially when prices on the world market are dropping.
All right, so let's hope with the inflow of the 2 billion CD bond that was issued, and also the 19 billion dollars coming from China, maybe we should expect some better appreciation of the cedi.
Definitely, once there are more foreign inflows, the cedi will appreciate. And also, once we are going to increase our local manufacturing, implementing the one district, one factory policy and other things, we expect that what we are going to import will reduce, which in fact will affect the strength of our currency.
All right, many thanks for your time. Richmond Roxon is a principal research officer of the Institute for Energy Security. Now, moving on, the National Service Personnel Association says it is exploring government's Planting for Food and Jobs project to encourage members to go into farming. The leadership believes this will help deal with graduate unemployment and improve food supply. President of the association, Philip Quay, says there are plans to train all service personnel in various vacations during the service period. He spoke with Love Business on the sidelines of a training seminar organized by the association.
Graduates in the next batch of service personnel are expected to be posted to national service farms across the country. Management believes revamping the services farming module will contribute to the success of government's agenda to improve agriculture. Mr. Quay is encouraging prospective service personnel to take advantage of postings to the service farm to acquire training in agriculture.
We are encouraging the national service personnel to take advantage of this policy of the government so that they could learn and go into agriculture. You see, we have always said that agriculture is the backbone of this country, but that has always been on the lips. We are fortunate as a country to have a government that is committed to agriculture and has brought up this policy. There is a lot of money in agriculture, but in this country we have left agriculture to the old men and the women. Only if the youth would go into agriculture, would take up agri as what they would do, this country in the near future would be seen development.
The women's wing is already excited at the interest shown by personnel in vocational training. Victoria Jifakutienu is commissioner.
Don't get white-collar jobs after school. They can be able to set up something on their own. With a soap training like this, you can try and set up something, making soap, and be providing it for chores and other people. By the end of it, or before they leave after service, they'll be able to get some skills in this handiworks, just to equip them with some skills. I wasn't expecting, they were not showing interest. The patronizing was very low, so I was expecting as low as 200, but I was just surprising they came more than expected.
Nanaya Ojima reporting.
Let's still stay in the Ashanti region, and residents of Kumasi are having a feel and taste of the Republic Day holiday as Love FM's business Kumasi Picnic enters its third and final day today. The 3-day variety entertainment show at the Ratchery Park is said to have offered an opportunity for persons across all age groups. As usual, businesses are also cashing in on the huge attendance. Love FM business Prince Appiah has been speaking with a section of business representatives and has filed this report.
The program began with a fun day out for kids on Saturday, followed on Sunday with after-church jamboree, which saw patrons wine and dine as they enjoyed live band music in a cozy atmosphere. As the event enters the third day on Monday, it will be climaxed with a picnic with parts for families and friends. Some business representatives have been sharing their impressions.
I've got very high expectations. I want them to come, and I am very sure that they will come.
What is special about your coconut?
Good. You know, we need to be health conscious these days when we take in. People take energy drinks and all that, okay? I am not condemning them, but this is a natural energy drink that you can take. This keeps you hydrated. It gives you, good blood circulation. This is coconut water. Nothing added to it. It is natural, and we are trying to package it like this one. We put it in this package, and it's airtight. Unless you take it out, and so it keeps it very, very safe for you to consume.
Pineapple. So
Comb and Asama, and Palm 1 and Pito. Kakanka Kaya, Yamiadum, the Beatles can happen.
What's your expectations to say?
Oh, it's mine. I said the public way, I said, Lara from the Edgewood.
Prestige Capital has always been a family thing, and with Love FM and anything you're doing, we always want to be associated with it. Seeing the children and looking at their future, we always believe that if we can invest in the children's future for today, then we will have a very bright future as a country. And if parents can understand that raising funds for their children's education in the future is paramount to their development, then we will have a very wonderful future as a country.
How has the program been for you?
It's been great so far. It's been great. We've had a lot of patrons coming around, and we hope that tomorrow being the last day, we're going to get a lot of people coming around to enjoy the program and to also think through the future of their children.
We are ITEL Mobile, and we are one of the key sponsors for the program. As in yesterday, it went on fine, and we were just hoping to see something good today. You can see people are coming, and we are hoping for something good today too. But tomorrow being the last day, and tomorrow being a holiday, we are trying to see more people here so that we'll see how things should go.
What should patrons expect from you?
Oh, patrons should expect, we have our mobile phones here to display. They should come around, check the type of models we have. They can talk to us personally to know about our phones and how best our phones can help them.
Prince Apia reporting.
Away from Kumasi, government is considering a reduction in taxes on aircraft spare parts. This was hinted in an interview by the Deputy Minister for Aviation, Kwabena Ochire Mensah, at the sidelines of the launch of Africa World Airlines route expansion to Abuja, Nigeria. He noted the recent reduction in taxes in the aviation sector announced in the 2017 budget is yielding results as the number of airlines and flight schedules have increased. He noted government will continue to build a stronger relationship with Nigerian authorities to further expand the aviation industry.
I believe that allowing airlines to operate across our borders is very key to ensuring that the collaboration can go on. What I'm particularly interested is that the airport company will up their game a little bit to make sure that people can experience the Nigerian hospitality we all talk about. I also do believe that on the Ghana side, like I've said already, we are going on full throttle on the Yamoussoukro declaration, because we believe that Africa should be able to connect amongst itself before we can connect to the rest of the world. I believe that it's a request the ministry has made to the government to consider taking off taxes on aeroplane parts, because when we talk about repair and maintenance hubs, if we continue to charge taxes on those spare parts, what it means is that we'll be increasing the cost of doing business in Ghana. And nobody would like to repair their airplanes in Ghana. They would rather prefer to fly those airplanes outside the country to where there are no additional taxes on the parts that are being sold to those airlines or repair facilities.
And the 14th edition of the Joy FM Beauty and Bridal Fair ends this evening. Joy business Sarah Josu has been to the fairgrounds earlier in the day and has been interacting with some of the business owners. There's more in this report.
The 2017 edition of the Joy FM Beauty and Bridal Fair, which opened on the 29th of June, was extended to the 3rd of July instead of the 2nd. Business owners who exhibited their goods at the fair expressed satisfaction at the turnout this year. For CEO of Ruby's Bridal, Ruby Anuma, and Head of Marketing at PMMC, Betty, this year's edition of the Bridal Fair has been their best year yet.
It's been great. Business has been good. We've had a lot of people coming here. It's been extremely successful.
And have you been able to clinch a number of deals?
So many deals. I've had a lot of clients coming to buy gowns, to place orders, and then there's other people who are also coming to the shop next week to buy some gowns as well. It has projected Ruby's Bridal a lot. It has brought me a lot of clients, a lot of exposure and publicity. It's really helped my business. So I would always be coming to the Beauty and Bridal Fair every year.
This particular fair has been an all-time favorite. It's been the best so far. When we compare it to our other fairs that we have, the other bridal fairs that we've participated in. This has been very good. Sales has been very good. Patronage has been very well. It's given us a lot of publicity. I think we've been able to reach out to a lot of potential customers, and I believe most of them will come to our branches and our outlets to get what they want.
For other exhibitors like the CEO of Catherine Garments, Catherine Gordon, and principal consultant of Creme de la Creme, Emma Dowusu, it was the exposure of their brands at the fair that mattered most.
It's created awareness for our business. We think that the caliber of people that come to events are high-placed corporate people, as well as, ordinary individuals, people who walk in, want to have a feel. And we are very grateful for the privilege of reaching out to this varied market, if you may. And looking at the fact that we been able to reach out to people because we do bridal makeup. And so this platform enables us to run a test on our bride-to-be, and most of them are really, very, very happy with the results they get. And then they can come over and book for their bridal makeup or party makeup or whatever it is they want to do. So far, so cool.
This is not my first time being here, so I could compare with the previous participation, and it's been good. Lots of people have come in, they have ordered for stuff that we would go back to the shop to make for them, and I think it's always good associating with Joy FM. Actually, it's made my brand bigger because Joy is a big brand. If a small company associates with Joy, it just grows your business, and I am a testimony to that. It has really grown my business.
Joy FM's Chief Operating Officer, Echikwam, organizers of the fair, indicated of plans to engage patrons and vendors in order to get feedback for a better one next year.
Fortunately, we've been able to add another day, and that is giving our clients even better value. But yeah, it's been very nice. I think the attendance has been great. Yeah. And the wide variety of products has also helped. I think the marriage seminar was also very well attended yesterday. And so, yeah, it's been a great event, and we look forward to a better one next year. I think the best way to go about this is to engage the customers who come here and understand what their expectations are. Maybe they'll give us ideas of what more they want. So it's based on that understanding that we will plan for next year. So we'll get feedback from people who came here, patrons, and then also the exhibitors, and then we'll put it all together again next year.
For Joy Business, Sarah Josu.
It's a live on Business Live. We're taking a short break here. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Now, you could be paying more for the prices of some goods and services from today. This development follows the decision by some manufacturers and importers to increase prices because of the reintroduction of the 3% flat VAT rate scheme. Samuel Agri is the General Secretary of the Food and Beverage Association of Ghana.
Interview of the day.
Because of this reintroduction of this 3%, which wasn't so. Now, in the year 2000, we had 3% introduced by the then His Excellency President Kufuor's regime. What they did was that the GRA was finding it very difficult to as it were, to pay or to collect some taxes within the business community. And the 17.5 imposition also, which was also introduced in 1997, was also another factor, because it didn't allow all businesses or traders to pay. And it
Interview of the day.
Live, many thanks for your company. Let's meet again, same time tomorrow. My name is Emmanuel Abuaji. Have a good evening.